welcome. It's Friday Night with BYOI.
Why aren't you wearing your masks?
Hey guys, welcome back!
Good evening. Welcome to Bring Your Own Improv. So glad you guys could come out here this evening. Got a lot of regulars out there. Hello, all regulars. You're wonderful people. Thanks for joining us every single week. A couple of quick announcements. Obviously, we have to handle. Actually, we don't have to officially handle them anymore, but we're doing it out of habit and the way we run things. So exits, if you need the exit, for some reason there's an emergency in your home, please look for the exit and know how to exit your own home. Bathroom, if you have one, that's great. We just ask that you please do not take the device with you to the restroom because if your video's on, you're going to become the wrong kind of internet sensation that you would prefer not to be. On that, hey, all you guys out on YouTube. Yep, we got a bunch of people following us out there on YouTube. As we always ask, because that's apparently how YouTube works, please subscribe if you can subscribe, hit the like button, or check the bell. That does include if you're watching this later on YouTube, because all of our YouTube things are archived, and I have been noticing there are like 10 or 20 more views on there. So if you're watching this and you're watching it like delayed, like a rerun, make sure you subscribe, click the like, and hit the bell so that you know when our shows are actually live. Fantastic. So moving right along, I'd like to introduce this cast this evening. My name is Daniel. I'm going to be starting the show. I've got a Mallory.
Hello!
I've got an Ian.
Thank you.
I've got a Jared.
You know, you think you know a guy.
I've got a Candace.
Yep.
I got a Meredith.
Hi guys!
And of course, I've got all you, and no show at Bring Your Own Improv Bring Your Own Improv articulation is complete without our important fam. So can I get the fam cup?
Fam cup!
Oh,
Yay,
All right, Carrie's got her
cup!
fam. Ooh, reading rainbow mug.
Our fam. Let's see. We have Andrea!
Andrea!
Andrea, yay! She is unmuted.
Hello.
Andrea, you there?
I'm
Hello.
here.
Yes, now I recognize you.
Oh, now you do.
Yeah, last week it was just the name Andrea. So.
I know. I didn't have my camera working then.
Oh, okay. Yes. You used to be very much of a regular at the show. Fantastic. So Ian and Mallory are going to ask you some questions. Simply answer those questions honestly, and they're going to be based on a lot of the stuff for your show this evening. So congratulations on being fam. Mallory and Ian, please take it away.
Welcome, Andrea, to BYOI. And to start off, we'll get away from Monday and we'll get to the exciting. What is the dream job that you've always wanted to have? What is the thing that you've always wanted to do to go out in the world and fulfill yourself?
I'm gonna change it up from last week because I got that question already.
Okay.
Doctor.
Doctor, okay. A particular specialty, general practice, or?
Probably like one of the high-end like surgeons.
Okay, the rich ones.
Mhm.
All right.
Rich ones, surgeons, doctors, they don't have a lot of time because they do a lot of stuff. But if you had 26 hours, you had an extra 2 hours, how would you spend that extra time?
Traveling. I always want to do as much traveling as possible.
Traveling to anywhere in particular?
Europe. Do you want more specific than that?
Yeah, a little more specific, just backpacking across Europe. Are there certain places you want to visit?
Paris. Italy.
Okay, where in Paris?
The Eiffel Tower.
Okay, where on the Eiffel Tower?
The tippity top.
All right. Okay, so if you're in Paris, right, you go to a bistro, and what is that dish? What is that French dish you've always been wanting to try? The best part of French cuisine that you've been looking forward to?
Oh, I don't know. Probably some of their bread. Their bread sounds amazing, and like you don't get traditional French bread here.
No, it's baguettes and croissants and French bread made from real honest wheat.
Yeah.
Well, French bread is delicious, but yeah, you did mention Italy, and I am a huge fan of pizza. So what are your favorite pizza toppings? And if you could put anything on a pizza, what would it be?
Pepperoni, cheese, peppers, olives, sausage, regatta.
Okay, Andrea, if somebody wanted to get you a great gift, what would that be? Other than paying for a trip so that you could travel to all these great places, somebody wanted to give you something, what would be your ideal gift to receive?
That's the hardest thing for people to buy me gifts because I'm not very materialistic. So it would definitely be something I need.
Okay.
So they would have to pay attention. Probably something I could use in the office. I'm an accountant, so probably something work related, something to make my job easier.
In the old days, we would have said a calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any favorite movies you like to watch if you're at home, got a day off from accounting?
My all-time favorite, probably go-to movie would be 10 Things I Hate About You. Oldie classic.
Nice, the classic kind of movies.
Yeah.
So, what are some other ones? So you like that one because it's romantic or funny or?
Yeah, it's like that, like, oh, like you can't like get sick of it because it's just so cute, but also it's like timeless. It doesn't like I could watch it a million times and it wouldn't bore me.
So what are some of your other favorites?
I like a lot of those rom-coms like 50 First Dates, and I like a lot of comedies. Let's see. Thinking off the top of my head is the worst. The Notebook is a little bit more gushy, but it's a good movie.
More rom, less com.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm a Twilight fan. I like the books and the movie. Harry Potter. I love all the fantasy and magic. I love the books and the movie.
Well, that's a few of them. We're glad to hear about it, and that's great, Andrea. You've given us tons to work with tonight. Thanks so much.
No problem.
As you know, you will inspire us throughout the show with these great suggestions.
Great.
Thank you. Fantastic, Andrea. So thank you very much for that. You're going to see right now, actually, they already made a movie about your life. I don't know if you realize.
Already?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't take long. Hollywood's got nothing else to do right now. So clearly they looked at you and said, you know what? You're the most interesting person in the world right now. Here we go. Cool. So to get this started, I'm going to take the first two people off here, Jared and Candace, and they're going to start out the Notebook style life that you have, this romantic, deep romance that you have in your accounting office, because clearly accountants are deeply loving people, and Jared and Candace are going to show how much love is in that accounting office.
Hey, how's your day going?
Hey, it's doing good. I like the way you crunch those numbers.
Oh, you. You're such a flatterer.
You're just so easy to flatter is all in all. Look at you with that spreadsheet.
Oh, come on. The other day when you were counting on an abacus, I lost all restraint.
I love the classics. I think they're so romantic.
You.
I love you.
Really?
Yes, you would be a credit to my life and a debit to all the things that I don't like anymore.
That sounds so beautiful. You speak my language.
It's because your language has two words, love and numbers.
And scene. Okay, so love. Your language has two words. Love and numbers is the last line in that particular film. Unfortunately, that film got lost, but the script was still around. And a director came along and said, you know, this is a great script, but it needs a kind of genre that will really stick to it. So using all of the very same lines and plot points, they decided to make it a French vampire film. And that film was cast in with Meredith and Ian.
Hey. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it is very impressive to see you here tonight in the dark, just the two of us, and all of these blood arrays before us that we have to count and catalog and inventory.
We have one night. And two baguettes.
You are so seductive. I cannot resist you.
Do not resist, no. For how could you ever resist the numbers from this organ?
You throw me off balance. I can see that you are the one to whom I would share blood.
Blood, yes. And let's not forget, we can have both a positive and a negative.
You are the one who counts for me. We have the language. Your language only has two words in it. Love and numbers.
And scene, of course, yes. But unfortunately, that one was only working in France, and nobody really was liking the French right now. So the script fell further into Europe and became an Italian magicians movie. It was a movie all about magician accountants with Italian accents. And that movie was clearly cast by Jared and Mallory to see what this Italian magicians movie was like as in an accounting office.
Have you counted the numbers on the rabbits yet?
Hey, there's in my hat a white rabbit, huh? Hey, hey!
Well, I have to start counting on the scars. Let me just start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at, I think, 13, but there's still some more.
Hey, I love it the way you account, huh? You account to a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 4.5, huh? Hey, hey!
Hey, you know, you've got the love language that is only 2 words. Love and numbers.
Hey!
All right, and scene. So there we go. So what we need to find out right now is, there she is. Andrea, is that pretty much what happens in accounting offices?
Always. That's like on a daily basis.
Oh, so it wasn't very exciting for you, but now we all learned something about accountants and how they function. So thank you very much for that. We want to thank all you guys out there. Hey, guys, wave so everybody can see you. Yeah, you're on YouTube. Hey! And of course, thank you guys all on YouTube, which there are a significant amount of people on YouTube as well. So as I got to say, subscribe, like, and ring the bell. In the meantime, we are supplying this show to you guys every single week for free because we want to show you how much we love our community. We love the people out there. Want to be able to make you laugh, and we hope you greatly appreciate that. While we're offering this for free, if you're somebody who's able to donate, we always would greatly appreciate it. Those donations help not only us to do this every week, but it also helps support the artists that you're seeing performing here. Supporting the arts is a really important thing to do around this time. So in order to do that, we have 2 great ways you can do that. First, if you want to check out our Venmo account right here, and that is there. Or if you're somebody who's got an old school, you want to do it PayPal style, you can go ahead and check that out right here. So either one of those ways are great ways to donate. Also, if I didn't say it earlier, just in case, if you're watching this evening's show, the best way to watch this show is actually in speaker view. So if you look up in the corner and you see his gallery, if you see a bunch of small boxes right now, that actually can switch that to speaker view, and you'll see who's talking in the major box, and that will actually give you a much better view of the show. Also, there's a chat feature down in the bottom. We're going to need that for people who want to volunteer, and also for people who are giving suggestions when to get it through us our scenes tonight. So please help us out with that. We're going to get started with our first game that you can volunteer for, a game we like to call Fortunately, Unfortunately. Now, if you come to our shows regularly, it's going to be slightly different than normally used to, so just be prepared for that. Obviously, we're going to have to modify things for Zoom, and we appreciate you bearing with us in these Zoom times. So the way Fortunately, Unfortunately is going to work is we're going to have two people, Mallory and possibly one of you, and you're going to be telling a story and giving the either fortunate or unfortunate point of view. So let's say Mallory started with fortunately, she'd start the story with like, fortunately, Mary had a little lamb. As soon as she said that, one of the actors, what are going to be Jared and Ian, are going to say the line that goes with that. And then the unfortunately person would say, unfortunately, she lost all her lambs. And then Jared would say the line goes with that. And we're going to go back and forth like that. So really, you just have to keep helping us to tell the story. Not too difficult. Nice, easy game. Is there anybody who would like to help us tell that story? So right now you want to go down to the chat feature and pick me, or yay, or, I'm raising my hand. Cool. Hey, Brett, let's bring Brett on in here. Brett's one of our newest cast members. He's coming to play with us tonight. Fantastic. Brett,
Hello.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, thank you, Brett, so much. All right, Brett, so do you want fortunately or unfortunately?
Ooh. I'll
Ooh.
take unfortunately.
You're going to take unfortunately. Okay. So Mallory, you've got fortunately. You ready for that?
Sure.
All right, cool. So we're going to tell this story. Audience out there, can you actually give me a nursery rhyme character? Much like Mary Had a Little Lamb, is there a nursery rhyme character you'd like to hear retold in this new story format? Okay, we got a lot of people who like sheep. So I guess it's going to be about sheep tonight. Little Bo Peep and her sheep. Let's see what happens to them.
Fortunately, Little Bo Peep had a huge flock of sheep.
Unfortunately, they were
Hold on
all...
for a second. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Ian's got his line. Go ahead, Ian.
Oh, I love you all my little lambs, all of you.
All right, Brett, you're up.
Unfortunately, they only had 2 feet each.
Oh no, all the lambs, they're just kind of lying on their side and crawling around.
Fortunately, they could find sticks to prop the sheep up.
Hey, look at this. I just put stick under sheep. They prop up like sheep tent.
Unfortunately, the sticks were very thin.
You cannot use twigs on my sheep. Twigs will not support these healthy sheep.
Fortunately, there was a huge forest not far from the field the sheep were grazing in.
We can chop some fine logs for my sheep. Logs will prop them.
Unfortunately, the forest was burnt down.
Oh,
fire.
a good idea, you say. We can chop down the trees. Thanks so much for the great plan.
Fortunately, there were a couple of saplings that survived.
Hey, good news. Saplings. That's always good news. Saplings.
Unfortunately, there were also hungry lions that survived.
How can I defend my sheep with only saplings? I need real trees to defend from lions.
Fortunately, they had a chair that they could use to block the lions.
I learned this in the circus. Get back, you, get back.
Unfortunately, the lions had opposable thumbs, so they could like grab them.
Hey, what the hell kind of forest is this over here? Raccoon lions or something? The chair. Useless.
Unfortunately, the lions really just wanted to play with them.
Hey, I got good news about lions. They brought Yahtzee.
And scene. Fantastic. So now I've learned that lions with opposable thumbs only like playing Yahtzee. So good to know that I'm going to have to break that old 1950s game out. Thank you very much to Brett. I appreciate it. Hope you had fun there. And we want to thank some of the people that have donated. Thank you very much, Lewis. And thank you very much, Nicole. We really appreciate those donations. They help us out. Fantastic. Let's move on to our next game here. It's a game called Good Cop, Bad Cop. You see, there's actually been a crime this evening, and now with the world that we live in, all of the policing has to be done in the room online. You see, Candace has committed a crime. Candace, you terrible, terrible human being, you. So Candace, the first thing we're going to do is send you to lockup. So Candace, go ahead out to lockup where you will not be able to hear what we're talking about.
Bye.
As Candace goes out there, we're actually going to find out Candace doesn't actually know what her crime is, where she did it, or who she did it with. And we're going to come up with that right now from your suggestions. And then Meredith and possibly one of you are going to be giving her clues to help her guess those three things. So first off, can I get something that you could do on the internet, but is never, ever a crime? You never could get arrested for it. It would never even possibly be turned, but it's something you do on the internet. So go ahead and in the chat feature, this is where you kind of drop those in. Oh, yes, a Google search. Clearly, she searched on Google, right? That was her crime. Terrible human being. Should have been using Bing. No one should use Bing. Okay, so so the next thing we need to do is this needs to be in a place, though, that does not have internet. So is there a place out there that does not have internet, somewhere in the world or in the universe that does not have internet? West Virginia. Clearly, West Virginia does not have the internet. If there's anybody watching from West Virginia this evening, we're really, really sorry. But actually, to make it more difficult, it was... just looking here. Oh, so I've got a top of volcano. It was actually... on top of a volcano in West Virginia, because why make this easy on Meredith?
Thanks.
No problem. And she did this with somebody helped her, a conspirator. So I need someone who you think needs to get married. Someone who knows, so not that you personally know, but like some cartoon character that really needs to get married. You wish they get married. Duckman. Yes. Duckman needs to get married. Okay. So, all right. Duckman's actually a little hard. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. I'm going to stick with Duckman because it's the first one out there, but Carol Baskin is a really good suggestion.
I don't know who that is, so I'm kind of excited that we're going with Duckman.
You do know who Duckman is. Okay. All right.
No, I don't know who Duckman is, but that might be easier.
Meredith, do you know who Pepe Le Pew is?
Yeah?
Okay, we're going to go with Pepe Le Pew. I appreciate Salt and Pepper, but I think we took one of your other suggestions up there. So I'm going to go with Pepe Le Pew. All right. So just to recap, Meredith, what was the crime?
The crime was searching on Google for a thing.
Okay, cool. And where did this crime happen?
On top of a volcano in West Virginia.
And the accomplice?
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. All right. So what I need now is there's someone who looked at all those suggestions and said, oh my God, I know this thing really well, and I think I can give some great suggestions for it, or hints or clues, or they just want to play. That's fine too. Go ahead and pick me or down there, or, I'll play. Give just a second for that. Corey's going to give it a shot. All right. Corey. Was somebody get it, Corey? Corey, you there? Almost. Yeah, there you go, Corey.
I got him.
What's up, man? I'm growing Jonathan's beard over here.
Okay. All right. Fantastic, Corey. All right. So, you don't give the straight answers. We're just going to give him clues, and that's going to help her guess this out. So, Carrie's going now to go get her. What I need the audience for you to help us out is there's two ways that you're going to be able to help out now. You're going to see a reactions button down at the bottom. And there you have two choices, either a thumbs up signal or a clap. So if Candace is getting close, you're going to go ahead and give her the thumbs up signal. And if she gets it, you're going to go ahead and go clap signal. Now, if you can't find those, feel free to just stick your thumb up at the screen or clap at the screen. That will work as well. Just so we're clear, I'm going to look at this. Get everybody gives a thumbs up. Yeah. All right. And a clap. Yes. Sorry, YouTube, you can't see other than just people's faces, but don't worry, you're out there too. Thank you very much for being out there. Cool. Candace, are you in the room?
Yeah, what?
Terrible, terrible criminal, you. Okay, well, Meredith and Corey here are gonna give you the great interview. Let's see if you can confess to this crime.
Dear me. Oh, goodness. Well, I think maybe we could get some things dropped if only though you're really sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yes. It's pretty innocuous, but we'll search through our catalogs, and I'm sure we can find a way to help.
It's not going to give you. It's not going to give you any answer. All the answers at the same time.
Yeah, you know, those maple syrup factories are really tough these days. Okay.
I understand. Yes, I really, truly do. I understand that you're trying to find your way and navigate through the maple syrup businesses, but you could have always gone to another expert or consulted a local farmer, but you had to do this.
Yeah, I sometimes you just gotta ride a moose, you know?
Wikipedia won't help.
All right.
So I understand that moose don't like to be ridden, but don't worry. We're not going to worry about that. We're dealing with this one crime here. Unfortunately, you can't just oogle away at all of these different issues that we have going on here. You can't avoid it.
You know, I just like to watch live streams of maple trees growing. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, those maple trees, we don't have to worry so much about those as much as the actual crime that you committed.
Okay.
It's the fact that you used at least 26 keys, and on top of all that, I'm just really upset with the fact that you didn't use any quotation marks or anything like that to help.
I have no idea what Canadians have to do with typing things, but okay. Just so the people behind that double-sided mirror, just so you know, the double-sided mirror is not showing me any icons. If you are showing me icons, just do it like this. Thank you.
I understand what you're saying, my dear. Okie dokie, no worries. So I just think that we all need to put on our goggles, and we just need to really inspect and search your fingers, because that I'm pretty sure we need to search your fingers, because I'm pretty sure that's what was wrong. Yes.
Search, I got every once in a while you just gotta Google the news. You gotta do a Google search.
Yes.
That really? Okay.
Indeed. Now, Corey, dear, I know you've been itching at this. This is the worst place ever to do this crime. Corey, try and go easy on her. I know you're really mad right now, though.
I'm a mad cop. I don't want to mess with any prisoners in that.
Helpful. Yep.
Indeed. I would hate for you to get so mad that you would explode.
Yeah, you don't want to go back too far to see this thing go off.
Yeah, totally. You're totally in like a military establishment.
I need you to calm down. We don't need to escalate. Please don't erupt at all. You just need to calm down.
I just have always, since I was a child, I have always loved magma. I've always loved it. I've always found ash, like ash in Pokemon's my favorite. So yeah, volcanoes are just my thing. I love volcanoes. Like hanging out in and around volcanoes.
I understand that. I like to go to volcanoes too.
Yeah.
But
they're pretty. They're beautiful. They got a bad rap.
I need you to calm down. It's going to be okay. It's the fact that you did this in this particular place with a volcano.
A specific volcano? A very specific volcano?
Not specific volcano, any volcano in this general area. Corey, I think that maybe you can help her out with this one. I'm sure that you can help her navigate in this general direction.
Well, this is not. Okay, you go for a hike, but it's really small, and it's right where the city is in Wheeling.
Yes, you cannot go east there. You cannot go east. Only west. Only west.
Only west?
I mean, yeah, west. But not to worry. Not to worry. I have a feeling that we could even potentially sing a song about this.
It's not by Billy Joel.
No. I actually don't know who this song is, who wrote this song, so we could be in trouble with that. But
well, it could be. I'll start just, listing off volcano things.
I think John Denver.
Yellowstone National Park.
I think John Denver has something to do with this stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Colorato's volcanoes are like the best.
This is a place that we would never suspect that volcanoes would be there. Don't you worry. I would like us to go back to maybe ash, if you will. I think that we need to understand that this could have some kind of bad effect, much like other resources in this world that's also found in this state.
Okay. Ash will have a really bad effect on crops.
And your lungs. We're gonna have to bring canaries with us when we go there.
Yeah, mines are really.
Plus, in the area called Mountain Mama.
Mountain Mama.
Y'all know I'm Canadian, right? West Virginia.
Yes, good job. Yep. It was on top of a volcano in
West Virginia. Yeah, no. West Virginia volcanoes are the literal worst, but they're also the literal best.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed with this next one.
That's fair.
Corey, maybe you can help us out with this one because I'm actually getting a little mad myself. I know I said I wasn't, but I think that I might have lied. I'm really mad right now, and I need some help. Please, Corey, help her out with who she did this crime with.
Is this a cartoon? You do not want to watch this one.
Okay, I won't then. that's on my opposite of to-do list. That is my top list for sure.
The fact that I can smell you through this computer screen means that you are just hanging out with him far too much. You're stinky. You smell.
He must smell really bad because you do not want to go anyone near this.
You know, hey, Pepe Le Pew is my friend.
Whoa.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, I can't.
Yeah, we're like best friends. Yes.
So.
And scene. All right, give Candace a hand. Yay, Candace, good job there. All right. Well, little did you realize that on top of being a crime, the one thing that's not crime is getting older. That's just something that happens, folks. And so when we get older, we often complain about the youngins, and the way we often tell them that things that they do are not as right anymore is we tell them back in my day. And that game is the game we're going to play right now. The game is called Back in My Day. So the way each prompt works is I'm going to give you guys some sort of suggestions. Like it could be like, you know, back in my day, we didn't have Google searching. And, you know, somebody might step forward and be like, back in my day, we had the Dewey Decimal System. They might say something like that, but probably funny. So nothing like what I just said. So first thing is a line game. So you're stepping forward, you're saying a punchline. You're not forced in an order. The way to do that is you're going to just say me, I'll call you out. You step forward, you say the line. If you volunteer to play, but you don't have any lines that you want to give out, that's fine too. You can simply say, hey, you know what? I gave it a shot. I tried to volunteer. So is there anybody who'd like to volunteer? See, Kristen, Corey would like to play again. Anybody else? I can take one more.
Hey,
Got Kristen.
I love this game.
Thank you.
All right, Kristen, you there?
I'm here.
All right, fantastic. Anyone else? Last call. All right. So, people in the chat, this is going to need your help. Can you please look around you and what is in grabbing distance of you right now? Go ahead and write that in the chat. Anything that is in grabbing distance. So, go ahead and put those in the chat right now. Cool. And how about as soon as this is all over, what kind of food are you desperate to eat right now? You just have not had as much access to. And salt and pepper, you have some great things near you. And finally, what is a toy or a thing you played with as a kid that you wish they still made? All right, I got a lot of good suggestions here. So I'm going to kind of take a scan through here. And, oh, I know we can begin with, here we go. Back in my day, we didn't have mugs. Back in my day, we didn't have mugs.
Me.
Ian.
Back in my day, we didn't have mugs. We drank coffee out of our hands, and that way those got burnt as well as our mouths.
Yeah.
Me.
Corey.
Back in my day, we didn't have mugs. We just had coffee cups that have our names on the top of it.
Me.
Candace.
Back in my day, we didn't have coffee cups. We had to drink the coffee out of the skulls of our enemies.
That sounds frightening. All right, let's go back. Oh, Ian, yes, go.
Back in my day, we didn't have mugs. We had real root beer.
Ah, yes. Clearly, just A&W only. Back in my day, we didn't have pillows.
Me.
Ian.
Back in my day, we didn't have pillows, and Meredith had to find something else soft and cuddly to be.
Me.
Jared.
Back in my day, we didn't have pillows. When we went to sleep, we had to rest our heads right on the live chickens.
Me.
Meredith.
Back in my day, we didn't have pillows. Everybody was on top of me.
Fair enough. Back in my day, we didn't have the skip it.
Me.
Mallory.
Back in my day, we didn't have the skip it. We had a piece of string tied around our ankle.
Me.
Ian.
Back in my day, we didn't have the skip it. We went right from hop it to jump it.
Me.
Meredith.
Back in my day, we didn't have skip it. We just had to narrowly miss our own untied shoelaces.
Back in my day, we didn't have ceviche.
Me. Back in my day, we didn't have ceviche, and unfortunately, not too many of us lasted past that.
Me.
Ian.
Back in my day, we didn't have ceviche. If we had raw fish, it wasn't fancy. It was just raw fish.
It's not raw. It's cooked with citrus.
Not in my day,
We
it
didn't
wasn't.
have it.
Fair enough. Back in my day, we didn't have back scratchers.
Me.
Corey.
Back in my day, we didn't have back scratchers. We had belly scratchers.
Me.
Me.
Candace.
Back in my day, we didn't have back scratchers. We just went over to the pricky bushes and we just rolled around.
Me.
Jared.
Back in my day, we didn't have back scratchers. If you had an itchy back, you had the pox.
Me.
Ian.
Back in my day, we didn't have back scratchers. Lotteries were a lot simpler then.
Oh. Back in my day, we didn't have the Nintendo Switch.
Me.
Corey.
Back in my day, we didn't have Nintendo Switch because PlayStation was a lot better than Nintendo. Screw that.
Fair.
Me.
Meredith.
Back in my day, we didn't have Nintendo Switch. We had Nintendo Stitch.
Okay.
Me.
Jared.
Back in my day, we didn't have Nintendo Switch. If you owed a raccoon money, it would shoot you if you didn't pay it.
Back in my day, we didn't have Cabbage Patch Kids.
Me.
Candace.
Back in my day, we didn't have Cabbage Patch Kids. We just had cabbage.
Me.
Me.
Meredith.
Back in my day, we didn't have Cabbage Patch Kids. We had to get them right from the source.
And C. Oh no. Oh God. Okay. If you're enjoying us this evening, please remember that you can donate to us if you would like. We'd always really appreciate it. We have our Venmo account right here, and we have our PayPal account right here. Those will greatly help us out. Again, you can also go to our website and there is a donate button that helps support these artists that are clearly making you laugh with their very disturbing at times jokes. Oh, Nintendo Stitch it. Okay, so moving on. There's a movie, is another one, and it's a game called Movie Critics. The way this is going to work is I'm going to be hosting a movie show, one of those old movie review shows. I'm going to be reviewing some movie that hasn't come out yet. We're going to see different scenes that go on in that movie. And then there'll be a cast of characters that will be in that movie and possibly one of you. So first off, do we have anybody that would like to be with me and help me talk about this movie? The nice thing is I'm just going to ask you a few things that'll get us going. So it's a chance to volunteer without having to really stress your brain at all. So does anybody like to be with me speaking about the movie? Lori. Yes, please. Lori, somebody get Lori. And if anybody really wants to take the challenge, though, and try to be an actor in the film? If I don't see anybody, I'll move on. Lori, are you there?
I'm here.
Fantastic. Okay, Lori, you're going to, it's Lori again. Yay. You're going to help me make out this movie. Jared, is there something on the board we haven't done yet?
Have we done a doctor? A serious doctor.
We have not done the great movie about the serious doctor. Lori, what was the first word in the title of that movie? Just the first word in your head right now.
Long.
The Long Serious Doctor. That is clearly the title of this movie. And that movie began with Mallory and Ian clearly just walking out of the operating room after a long and stressful day. They decided that maybe it was time that they broke up and no longer were dating while working together. Mallory and Ian, let's see that first movie scene.
That was not the right scalpel.
I'm sorry. It's just that, well, the tables are so far away from each other, and I don't have as long of arms as you do. So it's hard to grab the right one.
I can't live like this anymore.
Well, what do you expect me to do? Just grab the extra limbs and use them?
You don't get me. You don't get me like a nurse should. I can't cut with you anymore.
You're breaking up with me? We're pulling out the staples of our relationship?
I'm cutting you loose. There are no stitches that can suture this relationship.
Okay, clearly an emotional distraughtness there. That was, I mean, it was a good scene. It was deep. It made me cry.
Yeah.
Lori, did it make you cry?
It did. It made me cry
It
a little
was
bit.
so deep. But luckily, this is when we found out that Mallory was actually having a secret relationship. While she was being all meek and quiet, she actually had a secret relationship with the anesthesiologist. And that was played by Jared. And their relationship was very kind of raunchy. What was the thing that they were into that you just normally wouldn't think would be a thing people would be into?
Back scratchers.
Yes, they were. They were clearly in a really, really sexy relationship with back scratchers. Let's see them as they're trying to make that work while in a very public break room at the hospital.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. I wish there was some way I could numb the itchiness on my back right now.
Oh, darling, I know. It's painful, absolutely painful.
Oh, to feel your claws as they work down my spine.
You know, I did get a new set of acrylics at home.
Oh, I'm getting worked up. I must put $1 in the vending machine in this very public break room that we're in to help get our get our minds.
I think I'll get some coffee and just.
The heat, the caffeine.
It's too much.
Oh, the Cheez-Its.
You have Cheez-Its.
There are Cheez-Its, are naughty Cheez-Its. I would leave orange streaks down your back right now.
So clearly, before I got too far, and this is an internet show, but surprisingly, they actually have a rating system and told me I'm not allowed to say too much. We learned that Jared's character actually decided to confess to Ian, and they had to have it out with each other. But the problem is they were having it out with each other in the operating room while a patient was on the table. And this patient was fully conscious and for some reason strapped to the table, so they couldn't leave. But, they just needed to have it out with each other while that patient, Candace, was strapped to that table there. Let's see that scene between Ian and Jared in that room. Oh, what were they operating? What part of her body?
Her big toe.
Her big toe. Yes, the anesthesiologist and the doctor were prepping her for the big toe operation.
98, 99, 100. Are you unconscious yet?
You haven't even put anything in my veins yet. I don't even have an IV. What kind of hack establishment is this?
What kind of a backstabbing hack would use general for a big toe? You untrustworthy snake.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just trying to be a medical professional and also be a sultry, lurid anesthesiologist.
I'm
Sure.
like, how
See
did
all
I
the
get in the
nurses.
middle of this? What the
See all
heck
the
is
nurses.
going
I'll
on?
just cut the toe with no anesthesia if I can't trust you.
How about you don't do that? How about that doesn't happen? And then I'll just go. I mean, you guys seem to have some.
I'll go without a traitorous nurse. I'll go without an anesthesiologist who doesn't know his cup from his pills.
You long-armed doctor, I don't think you've got the courage to go and operate on her big toe with no anesthesia. I dare you to try.
I can still hear you.
All we need is just one cut to end this between us.
Or zero. Zero cuts.
I've got one shot of Novocaine here. And you know what? I'm going to use it on your face, stupid long-armed doctor who can't find the love of a nurse.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Ha! Ha!
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll reschedule for later on. You guys, good luck. Best of luck getting through your.
We still bill your insurance for this.
You're not going anywhere. Strap her tighter.
All right, Lori, thank you very much for helping make that movie there. Clearly, I can't wait to see that in theaters in 2 years. So we move to a wonderful game we like to call Try That On for Size. The way Try That On for Size works is we're going to have two people playing at a time. One person is going to begin doing a simple action that has some sort of sound to it. And they're going to do that action. They're going to say, I'm doing this thing. Try that on for size. Now, the other person has to mime the exact same action, but then turn it into something else. So if they were like bouncing a basketball, try that on for size. The other person might be like, I'm patting my child on the head. Try that on for size. Goes back to the first one. I cannot get this answer right in Jeopardy. Try that on for size. And back and forth until one of them doesn't make the right answer, or I don't like the answer, or it's Meredith and I'm like, haha, you lose. And so that's the way that game works. And so we continue to move on. Is there anyone who would like to try that on for size for $200? Corey's going to make a $200 donation. Thank you, Corey. So we're going to let Brett play. And Corey, I guess after we see your $200 donation, thank you very much. Corey can play.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hello.
Okay. We'll try not to hold you to that, Corey. Corey, and then Brett, and last call. Okay. So here's how we're going to do it. It's going to be Mallory, then Ian, then Corey, then Jared, Brett, Candace, and Meredith. That is going to be the order. I will remind you as we move on. So Meredith and Ian, you guys are up first. Can somebody please give me a sport that you don't hear as much down in the chat feature? You're playing, you're not allowed to.
Oh, all right.
Yes. I don't even know what shuttlecock is, so this will get interesting. Mallory, you can begin your action based on the suggestion of shuttlecock.
What?
Wait, who did you want playing? I know
Mallory.
Dark
It's
Hair and
Mallory.
left.
It's Mallory and Ian playing the first round, and the suggestion, which I believe it heard, it is a sport, shuttlecock. Whatever that means for you, that is your suggestion to begin your action.
Okay. I'm getting ready to play shuttlecock. Try that on for size.
I'm stirring a big cauldron of brew. Try that on for size.
I'm making brownies. Try that on for size.
I'm steering my engine forward. Try that on for size.
God, this tractor won't move. Try that on for size.
I'm putting logs under my sheep as fast as I can. Try that on for size.
I hate spinning wheels. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to thumb wrestle, but I just can't get another thumb quick enough. Try that on for size.
Oh, sorry, Mallory, you're out of there. Even though there were logs under sheep, and I let that go, no problem. All right, so Ian, you're going up against Corey. Ian, to get you started, your suggestion is sheep.
I'm shearing a sheep. Try that on for size.
I am sawing a log. Try that on for size.
I'm sanding my boat. Try that on for size.
I am trying to do a doggy paddle sideways. Try that on for size.
I'm wrapping my box with packing tape. Try that on for size.
I think I'm cutting my fingers off. Try that on. I can't.
Oh, sorry, Corey. You had it. You were good. You sure? All right. Well, thank you very much, Corey. All right.
Nice.
So it's Ian and Jared playing there. I see badminton, Ian. So go ahead and start with badminton.
I'm hitting a shuttlecock. Try that on for size.
I'm yo-yoing upside down. Try that on for size.
I'm filling my balloon with pebbles. Try that on for size.
Seagulls, get away! Try that on for size.
I'm putting the underwear on my baby funny. Try that on for size.
This sand keeps falling out of my hand. Try that on for size.
I'm putting gumballs in the machine. Try that on for size.
Try to get the milk back into this cow. Try that on for size.
I'm out.
Yeah. Jared, that was a very tall cow.
I was possibly very short.
Yes, Jared and Brett, you guys are going to go with this. You know what? Milk makes cake, so something suggestion, Jared, birthday, whatever birthday gives you a suggestion for.
I'm having a surprise party. Try that on for size.
I'm scaring my mom. Try that on for size.
Don't shoot, Mr. Bank Robber. I'll give you my money. Try that on for size.
I'm trying out a new high five. Try that on for size.
The only way to end a musical.
Falling too long. Take it too long. I love the I'll pretend my mic's not working. Try
Gotta reboot. Come on.
Brett and Candace, you guys are up there against each other. Can people please give me a chore that you don't enjoy doing, that you now have to do more than you did before? So go ahead and write down there any chores that you guys... So we'll start right away. Brett, washing the dishes.
I'm washing the dishes. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to write a research paper, but haven't figured out how to type. Try that on for size.
I'm viciously petting my pet hamster. Try that on for size.
I'm washing my hands. Try that on for size.
I'm rotating a cylinder. Try that on for size.
I'm knitting with my hands. Try that on for size.
I'm throwing up gang signs. Try that on for size.
I am trying out a new magic spell. Try that on for size.
I'm making a tornado. Try that on for size.
I'm testing out magnets. Try that on for size.
Meredith, Candace, you're just, no, it's not working for me. Get out of there.
Canadian discrimination. Okay.
Actually, sewing and keyboard, I let those go and I'm just going to not do something properly and count that. I'm drinking milk inappropriately. Come on. I let those go. So after a while, I had to give it up to Brett because his were far more creative.
His were.
And Meredith, you guys are up. And ironing is clearly the one that we saw on there. Oh, you know what? No, because those are people that are in BYOI. I'm going to go with cleaning the gutters. Brett, go ahead and start with cleaning the gutters.
I'm cleaning the gutters. Try that on for size.
I am taking Jenga pieces off the top of the tower. Try that on for size.
I'm placing books on top of a shelf. Try that on for size.
Should I get this soup can or this soup can? Try that on for size.
I'm doing a terrible version of the Thriller dance. Try that on for size.
I am lifting weights. Try that on for size.
right, no problem. So Meredith and Mallory will put you guys up together. Meredith, your suggestion is shopping, but you can't take anything off the aisles.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm shopping. Try that on for size.
I'm bouncing up and down on my pony. Try that on for size.
I am riding my bike. Try that on for size.
There are so many potholes in this road. Try that on for size.
I am, oh
And C! Mallory wins it. All right, fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Brett, for playing. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
All right, so, folks, we've done it. We've come to the last game of Friday night. Aww. But we're having a lot of fun with you, so it's going to be a lot of fun here. We're going to play a game called Say It Again. The way this works is we're going to have a bunch of these guys that are going to be in scenes together. Now, they're able to move from scene to scene doing things called wipes and taps and cuts. You don't have to worry about that. But as those scenes go on, at any time, if I'm like, ooh, you know what? I just want to make them say something else. I'm going to yell out, say it again, and they're going to have to say something incredibly different than what they had said before. And if it's not different enough, I might just keep yelling, say it again at them until they cry. So that's how it's going to start. Our fam tonight was, help me out, it's
Andrea.
Andrea. So let me find Andrea for a second here. Andrea, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Andrea, out of everything you saw this evening, what would you like to learn more about to get this started? Because it is all about you.
Obviously, back scratchers.
Back scratchers. Clearly, this scene starts off back scratchers because that is where it's at. So I feel like that should really begin between Jared and Candace.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Melissa.
Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Today we just installed a new thorn bush outside. Free scratches.
Say it again.
We just installed a pumpkin patch outside. We can just roll in it for days.
Say it again.
We just installed a sprinkler system. And it's so strong, when it hits your skin, it feels like it's scratching. So that's cool.
I love scratchy water. Oh, I can't wait to run around them sprinklers and get them itches out of my system.
Scratchy water is the best. It's far superior than, nice, calm, cool, relaxing water. Scratchy water, the best.
Let's actually cut to outside where they're installing the scratchy water system. But these two people are secretly in love with each other. They just aren't ready to admit it to one another and haven't committed it. And that's clearly between Meredith and Ian.
I'm so glad that we could do this job together again.
Yeah. Water is just the wettest, smoothest, most luxurious substance to be surrounded by.
Say it again.
Yeah, this water just makes me feel good to be around.
Say it again.
Yeah, you're okay. I've had better assistants, but you'll do.
This water is so hard.
Yeah, well, we have high mineral content because the customers asked for scratchiness of all things.
Say it again.
Yeah, it's a hard job, but it takes a hard guy to do it.
Oh no! Oh gosh! I just got this water all over me.
Say it again.
Oh gosh! It's acid! Oh, it burns!
Say it again.
Oh, look at this shirt. It's so tight.
Well, I guess you look like you need some help. Maybe I better scratch.
Say it again.
Oh, you look like you need some help. I'll call one of the guys from inside. I'm sure they have towels.
Yeah, you can call another. I don't mind. We can bring another.
Sounds great. We can just all come out here and play with towels together.
Say it again.
You know, you're so agreeable, much better than my last assistant. We could do
In
this for a
comes the
long.
last assistant, Mallory.
I'm upset. I can't believe you. I thought we had something. Fixing and installing sprinklers. And then you do this?
Who is this trollop? I cannot believe this. How dare you come here? He's mine now. Mine!
Well, unlike you, who will always be an assistant, I got a promotion.
Say it
I
again.
am now. Well, unlike you, who's still being an assistant, I quit.
Say it again.
I never liked this job, and I never liked you.
I don't know what I did to personally offend you.
Say it again.
I think that you're a butt face and you need to go away.
Say it again.
I think that you will be the best third partner that we can include in our dirty water schemes.
And see. Clearly, our dirty water schemes are where. I agree with the comment in there. This is very much like a David Ives play. Thank you very much, guys. Guys, we had a great time. We hope you did too. We're going to be here every single Friday. We hope you're still here with us. Thank you to all those regulars there. Thank you to all those people watching on YouTube. We see you out there too. Thank you very much. Of course, subscribe, like, hit the bell. And matter of fact, if you're here in this room, go ahead, subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Also, and I forgot about the first show, we're going for Best of Rhode Island, a motif. So you're going to see in there on our website, there's another button that says vote for us. If you can go ahead and click on that and vote for it in the West Bay section. Best local event, Bring Your Own Improv, and actually Best Art Gallery, the Warwick Center for the Arts. That would be helpful so that when that comes out and we're able to go back home, we could be like, hey, look, we're awesome back home. So we'd appreciate that as well. Lots of things we appreciate. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate our fam, Andrea. Thank you, Andrea. We appreciate our cast this evening. We've got Mallory.
Broken.
Yes, we've got Ian.
I know where my towel is.
We got Jared.
Yo, is anybody hiring any sprinkler installers?
We got Candace.
Those West Virginia volcanoes, man.
We got Meredith.
Those dirty, dirty water schemes.
And we got all you. Thank you very much, everybody.
And
see.
Wave, everybody. Bye.